We have the Secretary responsible for securing our border and our immigration system who doesn't recognize these charts as being a problem. I find that extraordinary and extremely damning.
And I'm all for legal immigration. But what we have done instead is just open the doors.
We speak of lawful pathways and support of them, and yet the prior administration tore those down too.
Before we just continue the blame game here, how many children were processed over a 3-year period through that program?
We would be pleased to provide that data.
Yeah, I think it's about 5,000 children.
Republican senators tearing into DHS Secretary Mayorkas yesterday over the border crisis. Mayorkas has repeatedly insisted that the border is closed, but all week long, our cameras here at Fox have captured a very different story, with waves of migrants crossing the Rio Grande River in broad daylight. The border surge, along with Biden's liberal policies, are now reportedly frustrating Border Patrol agents so much that many are considering early retirement. In March, our own Hillary Vaughn found overworked border agents asleep in their trucks with migrants who just crossed the border knocking on their window. So with less Border Patrol and border czar Kamala Harris nowhere to be found, is this situation just going to continue to get worse? Well, joining us now is National Border Patrol Council Vice President Art Del Cueto. Art, thanks for being here today. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
So let me start here. We hear the Secretary talking about the border being closed. Obviously, it is not. You can put a closed sign on the door, but if the door is open, people are going to walk in. Your response to the Secretary's comments?
No, it's going to take the media to actually fact-check what people are saying, what this administration is saying, because the numbers don't lie. We're seeing more individuals turning themselves in. We're seeing more individuals trying to enter this country. And, you know, I focus a lot on the gotaways because I think that's a big problem that's going to happen in the future. And to give you a number, during President Trump's first year in office, you know, gotaways, illegal entries have always been a problem. During his first year, they were right over 100,000 entries for gotaways. That was in his entire first year of office. Right now, with 5 months left to go, in President Biden's first year of office, we're well over 200,000 gotaways for the nation. If that ain't a problem, I don't know what is.
Well, Art, you know, you raise those numbers, which are shocking numbers, and then we think about what we're hearing about Border Patrol agents apparently retiring early in droves, presumably because they feel like they can't do the job they were hired to do. Talk about morale at the border and what that means in terms of actually dealing with the challenges we have right now.
Just today alone, I heard agents say, you know, I got this much time left. I got a year left. I got 2 more years left. And they're saying, you know, we're not seeing any changes. We're not seeing any support. It's frustrating, and it only looks like it's going to get worse. Like I said, the numbers are astronomical, and this is not something that was inherited. So it just blows my mind when I hear people say, well, it was inherited. Fact check these people. Look at the numbers during President Trump's time in office and look at the numbers right now. And numbers don't lie.
So talk about this, Art. You know, we hear the Biden administration saying that we need to fix root cause problems in Northern Triangle countries. It's all about the root causes. But talk about practically things that would actually make a difference at the border right now so that these Border Patrol agents would stop trying to retire prematurely and put us at risk.
You got to reinstitute the Remain in Mexico policy. That was huge. That's something that, you know, derailed what was happening. And I will tell you, with the rhetoric and with the lack of policies right now, what is happening is the drug cartels, the human smuggling organizations, they're lining their pockets. And at the same time, people's lives are being put at risk because individuals are going to the hands of these criminal organizations, wanting to come into the United States, knowing the rhetoric that's coming out of this administration.
Art, so much to talk about. We've got to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time today, sir.
Thank you.